All right, so for those of y'all who are already tripping on the arithmetic sequences, first let me back up because I think y'all probably tripped because you think I mispronounced it. But a little ELA for you. When you're using arithmetic as a noun or perhaps a verb, you pronounce it arithmetic. When it's used as an adjective, it's arithmetic. So there you go. A little ELA for you right here in the math class. The arithmetic sequences is what we're covering in today's notes. So first things first, what is a sequence? It's a list of numbers in a specific order, a pattern of numbers, a specific pattern of numbers. Each number in a sequence is called the term. So in the sequence 6, 12, 18, 24, there are 4 terms. I've also inserted notations for functions because we need to remind you of function notation to talk about the formulas for sequences. Here it'll be f of n is equal to a of n is equal to y. So any of those things are an indication that we're dealing with a sequence, and sequences are functions. So in the case of what we're looking at in this math course. Constant difference, notated by the small letter d, that is important, lowercase d, is a constant increase or decrease. We'll talk about that in a moment. The arithmetic sequence itself is generated by adding a common difference to the starting term in each term thereafter. All right. So those are the basics. Example number 1. Is this an arithmetic sequence? If so, what is it? 10, 40, 70, 100. Check for the constant difference, little d. 40, so the difference, you have to do some subtraction when you're talking about the difference. We're going to find the difference between each of these. So 40 minus 10 is 30. 70 minus 40 is 30. 100 minus 70 is 30. That's the mental math that you're used to doing with sequences. This is the math behind it. Hello, welcome to Math 1. Therefore, that's that dot, dot, dot. Therefore, the common difference is check, 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 30, because it happens between each and every single one. And you do have to check that. So yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. I'm going to move over here to show you the formula. Arithmetic recursive formula is a sub 1. This is the starting number, the very first number in the sequence that you're talking about. And a sub n is an unknown number. This is the number you're trying to find. Your mystery man is equal to whatever the number that came before the mystery number, the mystery man. You're going to add your common difference to that. You need both parts of this for it to be a recursive. Remember, RE means to repeat, to do again. That means that there are 2 parts here. You have to do something, then do it again to be able to get to the right number, okay? So down here is what it looks like when you use the F of n. It doesn't really matter what letter you use out on front. It just depends on which school of mathematical thinking you're looking at, whether you're going to use the A or the F. So let's go back up to example number 1 here with this sequence. A sub 1, the first term is 10. Then we talked about what the common difference was, D, 30. So when we plug this into the formula, it becomes A sub 1 is 10, A sub n is A sub n minus 1 plus 30. Now mathematically speaking, you can say that real easy. The first term is 10. The unknown term is the number before the unknown term plus 30. So in order to do arithmetic sequences using the recursive formula, you have to know the number before the number you want to find. So you have to say the previous term or the man before the unknown man. All right? All right, great. Let's take a look at how do you find it. I want you to do that here with this example, this sequence 4, 7, 10, and 13. Remember, here's your generic formula. This is what you need to be thinking about while you're going through this. So pause the video. Unpause. Here we go. So the explicit formula, the arithmetic explicit formula, is very simple, much simpler. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1. Or mathematically speaking, the unknown term is equal to the first term plus the common difference times the number of the term that you're trying to find minus 1. And of course, here it is with f of n. So that is the basic formula. Let's apply it. Same sequence we used before. We know what the first term is, we know what the common difference is, and we're filling it in. So we plugged in the 10 here for the first term, we plugged into the 30 for the d, and then we distribute that 30 and get 10 plus 30n minus 30. And the negative 30 and the 10 are like terms, so we combine them and simplify so that the unknown number is equal to 30n minus 20. Simple when you look at it like that, right? So the unknown number is equal to 30 times the number of the term in the sequence that you're trying to find minus 30. Now, you find the explicit formula from the other example with the sequence 4, 7, 10, and 13, thinking about what this explicit formula is. Pause the video. Unpause. Let's go. In today's class, I want you to be prepared to discuss when is it best to use the recursive formula? When is it best to use the explicit formula? Can one formula be used exclusively? If yes, which one and why? If not, why not? Have a good one. Look forward to talking to you in class.